Alright, quick little update on the Blazer. We got it parked on the side of the house, which I think is where it's gonna be living for a little while. Let's take a look under the hood here. Got the Brand X Billet 390's in. Got them installed. Doing a couple different things here. Working on a new rear bracket. We got the harness in here. What we're actually running is two of the Mechman H104L harnesses. And for the car audio people, a lot of people know what that is. For those who don't, basically what this harness does is, instead of using the factory harness that the Blazer has, this has a power source that runs over here to the fuse box and turns on each one of the alternators. With this harness though, and these alternators, Jonathan Patrick told me that the sense wires do indeed need to be plugged in, and I tried running them without the sense wires because these have diodes in them to bump up the charge for lithium. The alternators were not turning on correctly. I was only able to turn on one because it was plugged into the factory harness, and so in order to get both turned on, I ended up throwing on the blue wire here to the output stud, and it's sending current through those diodes, so it's charging at like 15.8. And so obviously with the battery that I had, I can't do that, so I just decided to park it on the side of the house. So that's where we're at with the alternators and the harness. So with that, I decided to go ahead and just start working on my battery delete. Built a box. It's actually got a bunch of resin on it right now. It's drying, so it's watertight, and then I think I'm either going to bedline it or something of that nature. This SMD fuse block will sit right in here on top of it, and so the wires, oops, I'm trying to break things. The wires will come off the alternators, wrap around, drop in here into the fuse block, and then on its way out. And then the grounds I'm going to have go the opposite direction. Here's the dash pods I made. There's another one over there. Right now I just have a pair of Crescendo FT1s that I used for testing, and these have been sanded down. I actually contacted a guy. I'm going to go and have these upholstered. And then if we look inside, we got the other door panel done. Waiting on another speaker. Over there we have the other door panel done and both speakers in. Those are 8 ohm speakers, so each door is at 4 ohms. The story with this one is I got 4 speakers obviously, and the one that's supposed to be right here, the sticker and everything on it says 8 ohm, the box says 8 ohm. It actually reads out at a 4 ohm speaker. Manufacturer defect. So contacted Roger, the owner at Crossfire, and he's supposed to be helping me get squared away, but they're having those big storms back there in Texas, so I think it's gonna be a minute or two before we get that assorted. So it's kind of what we got going on here. There's the dash pod again. The other one over there. Try to get it close up for you. I know in the last update video, kind of already talked about this, but just wanted to do another quick little update. Now that the Blazer is on the side of the house, once we get the battery delete box done, I had it champed out so that it locks in here and will be able to be locked down by the battery tray bolt. So that box will be super secure. Like I said, this will sit right on top of it. It'll most likely be black, either bedline or some sort, so it should look really clean. And then I'm going to start working on the power wire. I'm going to be running two 2-aught per alt. So there'll be 4 runs coming over here into the fuse block. So if we were to go inside, I'll show you the stuff we have to work with. Mom's new 22s. All right, so here's my little little stockpile here. There's the 4 Crossfire XS M8s. This one right here is the one that needs to get sent back. So check this out. You can see it says 8 ohm on there. And if I were to pull out the speaker, on the back of the speaker, it also says 8 ohm, but it reads out at like 3.6 or 3.7 ohms, 3.5, something like that. Pretty interesting manufacturer defect. Never seen anything like that. We got the octo block for the rear. Don't mind all my resin brushes here. We got. I might use one of these. Come on, focus. Might use one of these underneath the hood for grounding. I haven't decided. I might pick up another SMD distribution block, but I also could just utilize what I have here and run my grounds. But since the Blazer's on the side of the house, we're going to pull the interior out. We're going to run all the RCAs. We're going to run all the power wire. Got the power there, black ground wire there. I'm actually going to tech flex everything. I ordered this wire from John at Sky High, and I guess I was under the impression that this stuff is like a bright white, kind of like the color of the Blazer, the color of those alternators, but it's got kind of a pearly look to it. It's kind of got a silver flake in it, and I don't know. I like it, but I think I'm gonna tech flex it to where you can just barely see the color of the wire through the tech flex, and just try and keep everything underneath the hood looking very clean. So the ground, the power will all be done in this. The only way you'll be able to tell the difference is the color of the heat shrink. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All the interior will be pulled out. Like I said, we got deadener right here. So we're gonna reinforce the floor, do deadener in the front. We're gonna cut the carpet, clean it, put that in, the front seats back in, get the RCAs, the speaker wire ran, get the power wires ran, and then my bus bars for my battery bank. Flip you guys around here. There we go. The bus bars for my battery bank from Project DB have shipped, so I'm actually going to be running Lishan cells, LTO. I decided to go with 144 amp hours, so that's what we're gonna get started with. What else do I want to say? I think that's it. Just want to give another quick update for the people who are following along, but more or less just myself. I think it's cool to be able to go back and see where this Blazer was at along the way. So part 1, part 2, part 3, but you know, soon enough we'll be at part 10, you know, installing big amplifiers or big subwoofers, and I can go back to the first video when I, you know, first brought it home and washed it and be like, whoa. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep doing these videos. Yeah. We're going on vacation here in a week, so I'll be gone for a little while. But when I come back, that's when we're gonna start ripping out the interior, installing the speaker wire, RCAs, and all that good shit. So this will be part 3 video, and stay tuned for part 4. Thanks guys, bye.